Your condition should not change your position. And the problem is we take our condition and we like to place it in the back of the church and sit in the back of the church and hope that nobody sees us. Hope that no one sees us for the nakedness that we struggle with. Hope that no one sees us for the things that we still are bound by. Hoping that nobody wants to call us out on our evilness and our wickedness. We hope that if we sit far away enough from the prophet of God, that he won't call us out and bring forth the things that's still holding us back on the inside.
Come on. Come on.
It shocked me because as Adam was hiding in a bush, man of God, we find that God uses that same bush that Adam was hiding behind a little further down into the Torah, because it was a bush that God used to talk to Moses when he was hiding on the backside of the desert, when he was hiding from his purpose, when he was hiding from his calling, because he allowed what happened to him and what he did keep him from what God called him to do. Isn't it funny? God raised him up. God kept him safe to be a deliverer. And no matter how hard you hide, no matter how much you use to cover up, no matter how much you want to invest yourself in businesses and get yourself caught up in jobs and things of that nature, what God has called you to do, you will inevitably do. What God has called you to say, you will inevitably say. It doesn't matter how many fig leaves you use to cover up. It doesn't matter how many things you use to hide. Just as naked as you are, you will do exactly what God has called you to do. Just as filthy as you are, you will do exactly what God has called you to do. Just as crooked as you are, you will do exactly what God has called you to do. Just as ignorant as you may be sometimes, when you open your mouth too soon, God is still going to use you, still going to call you to say what he calls you to say.
Come on.
That was the first thing that stood out to me. We're introduced to her condition. How uncomfortable that must be. That when you try to walk into the house of God, you're introduced as a fornicator. How uncomfortable that must be. That when you walk into the house of God, you're introduced by your homosexual lifestyle. No one even bothers to even find out your name. How uncomfortable it must be to be introduced into the house of God as the whoremonger who had a child outside of marriage. How uncomfortable that must be to be introduced into the house of God as the smoker, as the drinker, as the one who still smelled like sex from the club last night. How uncomfortable